In this video, I'm going to quickly cover Utah Radon Services and their results that they've had with Sway. They've nearly had, if you can see here, almost 600 of their customers post about their radon experience on social media. And the importance of that is like using Heather Jensen McMullen for example. A typical customer has about, what we find on average, about 616 friends and family on their social media page. So when I say they posted about their radon experience on their social media, potentially up to 616 people had seen Heather's post about getting a radon test. What we find is if Heather's lived in the area for over a year, up to about 60% of those 616 live, work, play, and spend money in that same area. So that's very valuable for a local business. You know, if I had time to scroll through all of these social posts, which we don't, you would just see how great the posts are and how a lot of them are very similar. And if you had time to go through each one of them and read the comments, you would see that this is a very high potential word of mouth type of post, because people are fearful of radon, and radon gases, and they've heard about it, but they just don't trust anybody, or they don't know much about it. And when they see a friend or family post about it, especially giving them direction on where to go, that goes a long way. And so I actually grabbed this post, Kobe Sprague, and wanted to see, because he had 12 comments, wanted to see what those comments were. And so if you look, here's his post. He said, had Utah Radon Services install a radon mitigation system at my Bear Lake place. Called them because they already had installed one at my Riverton home before I moved in. I called other companies and they were the least expensive and the most willing to make the trip to Garden City. And then he leaves a link where they can get a free radon test with them and gives them their phone number. So fantastic post. Well, if you look at his comments, he had a friend, Melissa, say, hey, we've been thinking about doing this in our home. Thanks for posting. And then he goes on and they have a long conversation and says, these guys did awesome and they will test for free. She says, can I ask about what the cost to do the mitigation? And then he goes on to say, they'll give you a bid based off your home size. And then another friend chimes in and tags him and says, do they mail you a kit or do they come see it up? How do you feel now? How much was it for the system? And then he goes on to talk about that, and it's just a long conversation. But these are people that are engaging with this post, and they're local, and they're like, hey, I've been meaning to do that. And now they have a reference. And so that's the power of, you can get your customers to post about their experience with your radon company and what it can do for you. So hopefully this video helps. Reach out if you have any questions.